Boeing secures multi-billion-dollar contract for F-47 fighter jet, a new era in air dominance for the U.S. Air Force. Date, March 21, 2025. Overview. In a landmark decision announced by President Donald Trump, Boeing has been awarded a significant multi-billion-dollar contract to develop the F-47, the next-generation air dominance fighter jet for the U.S. Air Force. This contract is a part of the broader Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative, which aims to enhance the capabilities of U.S. air combat and ensure superiority against formidable adversaries such as China and Russia. Key highlights. 1. Award announcement. The announcement was made in the Oval Office, with President Trump being flanked by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Air Force Chief of Staff General David Ulvin. The F-47 as part of the NGAD initiative marks a pivotal step in U.S. tactical air power, particularly as the Air Force seeks to modernize its fleet. 2. Financial aspects. The Engineering and Manufacturing Development (EMD) contract is valued at approximately $20 billion, with expectations that total orders could reach hundreds of billions over the program's lifecycle. The cost of each F-47 unit is projected to be around $300 million once production begins. 3. Technological evolution. The F-47 is rooted in years of research and development, evolving from the earlier penetrating counter-air PCA concept. It will incorporate advanced technologies including broadband stealth autonomous collaborative combat aircraft (CCA) capabilities and sophisticated electronic warfare systems. 4. Development timeline. 2015, launch of the Aerospace Innovation Initiative. Mid-2010s, emergence of the PCA concept. 2020, revelation of NGAD demonstrators and experimental flights. 2024, temporary program pause for review. March 2025, official contract announcement to Boeing. 5. Design features. Early renderings depict a unique aerodynamic design featuring high dihedral wings reminiscent of Boeing's stealth aircraft. Notable design elements include a broad nose and potential canards for enhanced maneuverability. 6. Strategic implications. The F-47 is positioned as a critical component of U.S. military strategy, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region, to counter evolving threats and maintain air superiority in contested environments. 7. Future production plans. Production is expected to commence before the end of Trump's term in January 2029, with potential for an export version to allied nations, a departure from the F-22, which was never sold internationally. Competitive landscape. The contract award to Boeing came after a competitive bidding process that also included Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman. Northrop Grumman withdrew from the competition to focus on other projects, while Lockheed Martin, despite its strong capabilities, lost the bid to Boeing. Trump's announcement was particularly significant given the previous uncertainties surrounding the NGAD program, which had been paused amidst concerns over costs and relevancies. The decision to proceed reflects a renewed commitment to developing a sixth-generation fighter capable of addressing the challenges posed by near-peer adversaries. Technological innovations and capabilities. The F-47 is designed to be the most advanced fighter jet ever developed, equipped with state-of-the-art stealth technologies that will render it virtually unseeable. Trump emphasized the aircraft's unmatched speed, maneuverability, and lethal capabilities, claiming it would significantly surpass the capabilities of any other nation. The aircraft is expected to reach speeds above Mach 2 and will feature a range of advanced systems including broadband stealth, enhanced radar evading technologies, electronic warfare systems, advanced electronic countermeasures to protect against threats, collaborative combat aircraft (CCA), autonomous drones that will operate alongside the F-47, enhancing its combat capabilities. Responses from industry stakeholders. Following the announcement, various stakeholders in the aerospace and defense industry provided their responses. Lockheed Martin expressed disappointment over the outcome but reaffirmed its commitment to advancing air dominance technologies. Meanwhile, Boeing's win marks a significant achievement for the company, as it is the first time Boeing has secured a contract for a clean-sheet fighter design, differentiating it from its previous acquisitions of McDonnell Douglas products. Conclusion: Boeing's F-47 contract represents a significant development in military aviation, promising to enhance the U.S. Air Force's capabilities in future combat scenarios. As the program advances, it reflects a broader strategy to maintain air superiority in a rapidly changing global landscape, particularly in the face of increasing competition from China and Russia. With the F-47, the U.S. aims to usher in a new era of air dominance, ensuring its forces remain prepared for the challenges of tomorrow. This report encapsulates the pivotal moments surrounding Boeing's F-47 contract award, highlighting its strategic importance, technological innovations, and implications for U.S. air power in the coming years. The announcement of Boeing winning the multi-billion-dollar contract for the F-47 fighter jet marks a significant shift in U.S. military aviation capabilities. This development brings several counterintuitive elements to light, particularly concerning the implications of the contract, the dynamics within the aerospace industry, and the strategic positioning of the United States in global military affairs. 1. Industry dynamics. Historically, Lockheed Martin has been a dominant player in U.S. fighter jet production with both the F-22 and F-35 programs. Lockheed's failure to secure the F-47 contract, despite its established reputation and advanced capabilities, demonstrates a dramatic shift in the competitive landscape. This outcome underscores Boeing's resurgence in the fighter aircraft segment despite its struggles in other areas such as commercial aviation and previous defense projects. It is counterintuitive to see Boeing, which has faced significant setbacks and criticisms, emerging victorious in a high-stakes military contract against a formidable competitor like Lockheed Martin. 2. Technological evolution and secrecy. The F-47's development draws from years of classified research and development, including the penetrating counter-air PCA concept and the Aerospace Innovation Initiative. The level of secrecy surrounding the NGAD initiative contrasts sharply with the more transparent development processes of previous aircraft like the F-35. This shift towards secrecy is counterintuitive, as one might expect that transparency would foster better competition and innovation. Instead, the lack of public information may have favored Boeing, allowing them to develop their proposal without significant scrutiny or competitive benchmarking against Lockheed's offerings, which were under public and media examination. 3. Export potential. The prospect of the F-47 being made available for export, even in a toned-down version, is particularly striking. The F-22 was famously restricted from being sold to allies due to its advanced technology. This departure from the previous policy suggests a significant shift in U.S. defense export strategy. It could be interpreted as a response to the growing security concerns in regions like the Indo-Pacific, where allied nations seek to bolster their air capabilities in the face of rising threats. This counterintuitive approach may signal a recognition that fostering stronger military ties through technology sharing could be more beneficial than maintaining strict export restrictions. For cost considerations, the projected cost of the F-47, estimated at around $300 million per unit, raises questions about the sustainability of such an expenditure amidst ongoing budget cuts in defense spending. The expectation that the Air Force will secure hundreds of billions in future orders despite a current climate of fiscal restraint may seem contradictory. This scenario implies a belief that future technological capabilities and strategic necessities will outweigh current budgetary concerns, which could lead to a dangerous precedent of prioritizing military spending over other critical areas. 5. Competition dynamics. Northrop Grumman's withdrawal from the bidding process to focus on other projects highlights a surprising strategic pivot. Traditionally, defense contractors would strive to compete for every available contract, especially one as significant as the F-47. Northrop Grumman's decision to step back raises questions about their confidence in their capabilities against Boeing and Lockheed Martin and suggests a potential internal assessment of priorities that could impact future competition within the defense industry. 6. Political influence. The announcement made by President Trump reflects the interplay between politics and defense contracting. Trump's administration had previously been criticized for its management of military contracts. Yet the announcement of Boeing winning the F-47 contract aligns closely with his administration's objectives to revitalize American manufacturing and defense capabilities. This intersection of political agenda and defense spending is counterintuitive in that it reveals how political leadership can shape industrial outcomes, potentially prioritizing nationalistic rhetoric over strategic military considerations. 7. Future combat ecosystem. The F-47's design is part of a broader air combat ecosystem integrating collaborative combat aircraft (CCAs) and advanced electronic warfare systems, presents a shift in military strategy that emphasizes networked warfare over traditional dogfighting. This evolution in strategy, moving from individual aircraft superiority to a more integrated approach, challenges conventional wisdom about air combat dynamics and could redefine how future conflicts are fought. In summary, the implications of Boeing's contract for the F-47 fighter jet reveal several counterintuitive elements that challenge traditional perceptions of industry competition, military strategy, and the intersection of politics and defense procurement. The evolution of air combat capabilities symbolizes not just a technological advancement but a profound shift in how the U.S. military envisions its future dominance in an increasingly complex global landscape. In the wake of Boeing securing a multi-billion-dollar contract for the F-47 fighter jet, several crucial aspects of the report are likely to be overlooked by many observers. Understanding these nuances is essential as they encapsulate not only the immediate implications for military aviation but also broader strategic, economic, and technological considerations. 1. Historical context of the contract award. One significant detail that may be overshadowed is the historical context of Boeing winning this contract. This is the first time Boeing has received a contract for a clean-sheet jet fighter design in its history. Previously, all successful Boeing products in this field were inherited from its merger with McDonnell Douglas, which had legacy designs such as the F-15 and F/A-18. This development marks a transformative moment for Boeing, potentially reshaping its identity as a defense contractor. The significance of this achievement cannot be overstated. It not only reflects a shift in Boeing's strategic focus but also positions the company as a key player in the next generation of military aviation. This could lead to increased investments in R&D and innovation as Boeing seeks to build on this momentum. 2. Competition dynamics. Another often overlooked aspect is the competitive landscape and the implications of Northrop Grumman withdrawing from the bidding process. While Boeing and Lockheed Martin were the primary contenders, Northrop Grumman's exit has strategic ramifications. Their withdrawal indicates a potential shift in focus towards other projects such as the B-21 Raider, suggesting that the competition may not have been purely about the F-47 but also about resource allocation and long-term strategic positioning across multiple military contracts. This dynamic could lead to an industry consolidation or a re-evaluation of capabilities among the major defense contractors. 3. Technological evolution and capabilities. The announcement highlights the technological evolution represented by the F-47, particularly its incorporation of broadband stealth autonomous collaborative combat aircraft (CCA) capabilities and advanced electronic warfare systems. However, what may be missed is how these technologies reflect broader trends in military aviation. The F-47 is not just a fighter jet. It represents a paradigm shift towards integrated air combat systems where manned and unmanned platforms operate cohesively. This could set a precedent for future military engagements where traditional roles of pilots and drones are increasingly blurred, leading to a more flexible and responsive force structure. 4. Strategic implications for global security. The strategic implications of the F-47 extend beyond the U.S. military. The aircraft is designed to counter near-peer adversaries such as China and Russia, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. The emphasis on air superiority against these nations underscores a shift in defense strategy focusing on deterrence and readiness in contested environments. This development could provoke reactions from these adversaries, potentially leading to an arms race in advanced fighter technologies and capabilities. The global military landscape is likely to change as nations respond to this new U.S. capability, which may have long-term consequences for regional and global security dynamics. 5. Export considerations and international relations. Interestingly, President Trump's remarks about the potential for an export version of the F-47 signal a significant shift in U.S. defense export policy. Historically, the F-22 was not made available for foreign sale due to its sensitive technologies. The prospect of a downgraded export version of the F-47 could open new markets for U.S. defense products, enhancing international partnerships while also generating revenue. This aspect may be overlooked in terms of its implications for foreign relations, as it could strengthen alliances but also draw criticism from nations wary of U.S. military expansion in their regions. 6. Economic considerations and budgeting challenges. The financial aspects of the contract also deserve scrutiny. The EMD contract is valued at approximately $20 billion, with potential future orders reaching hundreds of billions. This budgetary commitment comes at a time when the U.S. government is facing pressures to cut defense spending. Many may overlook how this contract fits into the broader fiscal landscape, particularly amid ongoing debates about military expenditures. The allocation of such a substantial budget to the F-47 program may lead to reallocations in other defense spending areas, influencing the overall military readiness and capability of the U.S. Armed Forces. 7. Timeline and developmental challenges. The timeline for the F-47's development, including the ambition to begin series production by 2029, raises questions about the feasibility of this goal, especially given the complex nature of advanced military aircraft development. Historically, defense programs often face delays and budget overruns. The announcement of a timeline could be perceived as overly optimistic, and the challenges that lie ahead in integrating cutting-edge technologies must not be underestimated. The developmental hurdles will influence the operational readiness of the F-47 and, by extension, U.S. air dominance. Conclusion. The Boeing F-47 contract is a multifaceted development that signifies more than just a new fighter jet. It encapsulates shifts in defense strategy, industry dynamics, technological advancements, international relations, and economic considerations. These layers of significance are critical for understanding the broader implications of the F-47 and the future of U.S. airpower. Observers must look beyond the surface details to grasp the full impact of this historic contract on both military aviation and global security. 1. Significance of the F-47 contract. Boeing's acquisition of the multi-billion-dollar contract to develop the F-47 fighter jet marks a transformative moment in U.S. military aviation. This development is not just about a new aircraft, it represents a strategic pivot in the U.S. Air Force's approach to air dominance against near-peer adversaries such as China and Russia. The announcement by President Trump emphasizes the aircraft's intended role as a next-generation solution to maintain superiority in contested environments, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. The F-47 is poised to replace the iconic F-22 Raptor, which has long been considered the pinnacle of U.S. airpower. This transition signals a commitment to adapting military capabilities to evolving global threats and technological advancements. 2. Technological advancements and design features. The F-47 is expected to incorporate groundbreaking technologies that have emerged from years of research and development. Notably, it will feature advanced broadband stealth capabilities, autonomous collaborative combat aircraft (CCA) functionalities, and sophisticated electronic warfare systems. The design includes high dihedral wings and a shovel-like nose which could enhance maneuverability and stealth. The transition from the penetrating counter-air concept to the F-47 illustrates the evolution of U.S. tactical air power, showcasing the integration of cutting-edge technologies that prioritize survivability and effectiveness in complex combat scenarios. 3. Financial implications and future production. The Engineering and Manufacturing Development (EMD) contract is estimated at around $20 billion. With projections suggesting that total orders could reach hundreds of billions over the program's lifecycle. Each unit of the F-47 is anticipated to cost approximately $300 million. This substantial investment reflects the U.S. government's serious commitment to maintaining air superiority and suggests a robust defense spending agenda despite ongoing discussions about budget cuts in other areas. The announcement also hints at potential export versions of the F-47, which could further enhance the U.S. defense industry's global standing and support allied nations, marking a significant shift from the exclusivity of the F-22. For strategic and competitive landscape, the competitive bidding process for the F-47 contract featured Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman, with Northrop Grumman ultimately withdrawing. This outcome not only highlights Boeing's resurgence in military aviation but also underscores the intense competition among U.S. defense contractors for dominance in the next-generation fighter market. The implications of this contract extend beyond mere manufacturing, as it reflects broader strategic considerations within the U.S. military establishment regarding air dominance and the necessity of advanced capabilities in a rapidly evolving threat landscape. The F-47 is envisioned as part of a larger air combat ecosystem that includes the integration of CCA drones, further emphasizing the importance of collaborative systems in future military operations. These 4 points encapsulate the multifaceted implications of Boeing's F-47 contract, highlighting its significance in terms of military strategy, technological innovation, economic investment, and competitive dynamics within the defense industry. 1. Boeing 787 Dreamliner development. The development of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner serves as a significant historical case of a major aerospace project that faced similar challenges. Announced in the early 2000s, the 787 aimed to revolutionize air travel with advanced materials and technology. The project was initially marred by delays, cost overruns, and complex supply chain issues similar to the challenges faced by Boeing in recent fighter jet contracts. However, after overcoming these hurdles, the 787 became a success, showcasing the potential of modern aerospace engineering and international collaboration. 2. Lockheed Martin's F-35 Joint Strike Fighter program. The F-35 program is another prominent example of a complex military aviation project that faced significant scrutiny and challenges. Initiated in the late 1990s, the F-35 aimed to create a versatile stealth fighter for multiple branches of the U.S. military and international partners. The program has been characterized by budget overruns, technical difficulties, and debates over capabilities versus costs. Like the F-47 initiative, the F-35 reflects the strategic importance of maintaining air superiority in modern warfare and illustrates the difficulties inherent in developing cutting-edge military technology. 3. Northrop Grumman's B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. The development of the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber is a historical case that highlights the complexities of creating advanced military aircraft under stringent requirements for stealth and performance. Introduced in the 1980s, the B-2 program faced numerous challenges, including technological hurdles and significant budget constraints. Despite these challenges, the B-2 became a critical component of U.S. airpower, demonstrating the long-term commitment required to develop next-generation military aircraft, much like the anticipated F-47 fighter jet. The B-2's success in stealth technology continues to influence modern aircraft designs, including the upcoming F-47 initiative. The recent announcement regarding Boeing's acquisition of a multi-billion-dollar contract to develop the F-47 fighter jet marks a transformative moment in U.S. military aviation, particularly within the context of the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative. As the U.S. Air Force prepares for future conflicts, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region against adversaries such as China and Russia, the F-47 is poised to redefine air superiority. Future outlook. Predictions for the F-47 and U.S. air power. 1. Technological advancements and capabilities. The F-47 is expected to leverage cutting-edge technologies including advanced stealth, artificial intelligence, and autonomous systems. With broadband stealth features, enhanced electronic warfare capabilities, and a design that enables superior maneuverability, the F-47 will likely outmatch existing fighter jets. Predictions suggest that the aircraft will have a top speed exceeding Mach 2 and will incorporate innovative design elements that enhance its operational capabilities in contested environments. 2. Integration with Collaborative Combat Aircraft (CCA). The F-47 will not operate in isolation, it is part of a broader ecosystem that includes collaborative combat aircraft. This integration will enable the F-47 to function as a command and control node, coordinating with drones to execute complex missions. The anticipated synergy between manned and unmanned systems will allow for more flexible and adaptive combat strategies, increasing the effectiveness of U.S. air operations. 3. Production and deployment timeline. Production of the F-47 is planned to commence before the end of President Trump's term in January 2029, with expectations of delivering the first operational units shortly thereafter. The contract includes provisions for low-rate initial production, ensuring that the Air Force can begin fielding these advanced jets to meet immediate operational needs. As the program matures, production outputs could rise significantly, potentially enabling the Air Force to deploy a fleet of F-47s in greater numbers than currently fielded F-22 Raptors. 4. Strategic deterrence. The introduction of the F-47 will serve as a strategic deterrent against potential adversaries, reinforcing U.S. commitment to maintaining air superiority. The advanced capabilities of the F-47 are expected to alter the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific theater, compelling adversaries to rethink their tactical approaches. The aircraft's operational flexibility and advanced technology will likely deter aggression from near-peer competitors. 5. International partnerships and exports. Unlike the F-22, which was restricted from international sales, the F-47 may be made available for export to allied nations in a downgraded configuration. This potential for collaboration could strengthen military partnerships and enhance collective defense capabilities. The ongoing interest from U.S. allies in acquiring the F-47 underscores the aircraft's anticipated role in future global security dynamics. 6. Budgetary implications and defense spending. The F-47 program's projected costs, estimated at around $300 million per unit, will necessitate careful budget considerations within the U.S. defense spending framework. As the Biden administration seeks to balance defense spending with other domestic priorities, the long-term financial sustainability of the NGAD initiative will be a critical factor in determining the program's future trajectory. 7. Impact on aerospace industry. Boeing's success with the F-47 contract may revitalize its position in the defense aerospace market, especially following recent setbacks in both commercial and defense sectors. This contract represents a significant opportunity for Boeing to innovate and expand its capabilities, potentially leading to further advancements in military aviation technology. 8. Adaptation to emerging threats. The F-47 will be designed with adaptability in mind, equipped to respond to evolving threats and challenges in multi-domain operations. Its development will likely incorporate lessons learned from ongoing conflicts and emerging technologies, ensuring that the aircraft remains relevant in future combat scenarios. Conclusion. The F-47 fighter jet, as part of the NGAD initiative, symbolizes a new era in U.S. air dominance. With its advanced capabilities and strategic implications, the aircraft is set to redefine air power in the face of evolving global threats. As the U.S. Air Force prepares for the operationalization of the F-47, continuous innovation, strategic partnerships, and budgetary considerations will play pivotal roles in shaping the future of military aviation and ensuring air superiority in the years to come.